Hello peeps, welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 24. First thing, I went ahead and did a little bit of rearranging here. I have a book to the outside here now, since I will occasionally have to go outside. And I've done some processing of resources off camera, which has resulted in me ending up with quite a bit of chrome and titanium stockpiled. Also have a lot of aluminum stashed up again, so yeah, we're recovering a little bit. Got enough iridium to make 2 more iridium alloy ingots. And let's see how we're doing with our fuel down in the basement. Oh, not too good. We've drained out another full energy cell. And this is actually the first thing that I want to address in this episode. Right now, I do not have a good way. Let's actually head back into here. Let's go into our charging center. I don't actually really have a good way to control my engines. Right now, I'm kind of relying on flipping a switch here in order to fire them up. And, you know, when I do that, if I don't remember to check them, I end up wasting a lot of resources, a lot of fuel. This is no longer acceptable to me. So we are going to make a change this episode to our charging center to start things off. We are going to go back and we're going to finish the forestry thing, and we're going to fix the derp that I made on that. I'm really surprised not too many people caught it. Let's see here. First thing we're going to want to do is we are going to want to go back to our warehouse, and we're going to want to get some more of that energy conduit. Because we're going to have the energy conduit actually run through the ceiling. We're also going to need... Spider finally died. Well, let's get this set up first. So let's pull the energy conduits down. We are wasting a little bit of energy pulling these down because they do actually store some power. And let's go ahead and put the conduits up there. But I want to have a roof on this thing. I don't want to just have a nice empty space for creepers to potentially drop in and see me. Even though they couldn't really get close to me, they might be able to get close enough to cause some trouble. We don't like that, so we'll do that. And let's run our redstone energy conduit along here. Now this is still going to be our charging center, and we're still going to have... Actually, I want to change this too. Kind of want to have these run along here and meet up, and then connect there. And then I kind of want the same thing to happen over here. Like that. That looks good. That gives me nice, plenty of room in order to run my charging cells right on here. So, how are we going to... Let's light this back up. How are we going to be able to turn the engines on and off on demand? Well, I actually had something cooking up in my assembly station that'll help with that. I have some iron ore gates, and in here I also have some red pipe wire. But, wait a minute, I'm not using buildcraft pipes for that. So how is that going to work? Well, there is a certain type of buildcraft pipe that I haven't used yet this series called the cobblestone structure pipe, which is a cobblestone pipe combined with some gravel. Well, I happen to have some cobblestone pipe here, but not enough. So let's grab ourselves a couple pieces of cobblestone. And some glass. That should be plenty. And we'll make ourselves some cobblestone transport pipes. 24 should be more than enough. We'll then come over to our mob drops chest and grab ourselves, no, we don't need flint, we need gravel. So we'll get into our sand chest and just grab some gravel, and then we will combine that to get our cobblestone structure pipes. Structure pipes basically act like a pipe for the purposes of connecting to items, but they don't actually do anything. They don't transport items, they don't transport power. Basically, what they... wrong room. Basically what they do is they act as a way to have a connection for pipe wire. So if we put 5 pieces like that, and then lay some pipe wire on it, we can put some gates on here. Just like that. You can see the pipe wires on there. Let's go around and collect our energy cells. So we've got the one out of... Let's see, how are we doing here? That one's almost full. So that's going to give us 3. Let's go ahead and go to our thermal workshop. We'll get this one here. This is our 4th one. Then the last one was in our B world. Remember, this one's actually in use here, keeping this thing running. Let's take that one off too. That's going to give us 5 energy cells with varying amounts of power. We'll head to the charging center, and if you take these energy cells and click them on here, and look back here, you'll see that that structure pipe did attach to the energy cell. We can now use these iron ore gates to tell this thing, hey, if you can store energy, you are going to emit a red pipe signal. And we're going to do the same thing with all of these. But that still doesn't really do any good, does it? Well, not yet. We're getting there. I actually don't like the way that looks. How do I want to handle this? Well, I might have to... Let's see. How about if we remove that and those, and we have the conduit run like that, and that would allow us to have this one more here. And then on here we're going to put another iron ore gate. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to remove these conduits. We're going to run them through here. Let's put our torches back on the wall so we don't get dark in here. And right here we're going to put a pipe. And on that we're going to put a gate. And then we'll run those like that. And then these gates, we're going to tell these, if you are getting a red pipe signal, you are going to emit a red stone signal. But that still doesn't do us any good, because we can't get it down to the engines. Well, I also cooked up off camera some red alloy. It is finally time to use a little bit of red power stuff. If you put red alloy like that, you're going to get red alloy wire, which is amazing stuff. We are going to need also to get ourselves a couple diamonds, a couple pieces of iron, and some sticks, which I have all of my non-oak wood in this miscellaneous wood products chest up here now, getting ready for the forestry farm to be producing a lot of wood for us. So, don't want to have it in the way. I need a third stick. Alright, 3 sticks with some iron and some diamond is going to give us a diamond handsaw, which, as you might expect, is used for chopping blocks down into smaller blocks. Let's do that now with some stone. 1 stone becomes 2 stone slabs. A stone slab becomes 2 stone panels. And those stone panels become stone covers. Now, if you take a stone cover and you put it in a circle like that, you're going to get hollow stone covers unless you put a piece of red alloy in there, in which case you're going to get stone jacketed wire, which in itself is pretty amazing stuff. We're going to get ourselves 16 pieces. It's overkill, but we'll use it eventually. What this does is it allows you to have a freestanding, free supporting form of redstone. Let's head... Oops. I'm so used to clicking that Nexus thing there. That's going to get me in trouble sooner or later, and I know it. On here, let's put a piece of red alloy. We're going to have that run right down to there. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Then right along the ground here, we'll run our red alloy wire. Now notice when I put the red alloy wire under this red jacketed wire, it connected. You can kind of see that it's not touching the ground there. When you put that there, it touches the ground. That is allowing the wire to interface with this jacketed wire. Now, why are we not emitting our redstone signal? Oh, we need red pipe signal on. Now, our red pipe signal is on, so the redstone signal is on, so we've got power to our engines. Now, these aren't working for some reason. Those did. Those worked just fine. These didn't turn on. Why didn't these turn on? Oh, sometimes this stuff is finicky. Oh, there we go. Oh, I understand why. Because when I first had this thing set up, I played around with the settings a little bit, and it flashed on for just a second, which was enough to get a little heat on the combustion engines, so it had to put itself into a cooldown. Anyway, this is going to allow our center here to understand how much power is necessary to fill these energy cells. What's going to happen if the energy cells leave the system? Well, nothing here needs power, so it's going to shut the engines off. Let's go ahead and put 1 energy cell up there that's going to require some power. Now, it says it needs power, so it's putting out a signal. It's not going to start doing anything right away, because we do have a little bit of heat stored up that we got to cool off first. Which means this thing isn't really good for providing on-demand power, but it will now allow us to keep these things on here and charge them up as necessary so that we can get power when we need it. Let's go ahead and pull this one back off, because we're going to need him for what we're doing next. Let's get back to forestry now that we've got that sorted. So let's put our red power stuff away. Put the stone jacketed in there. In Buildcraft, we'll put all of that extra stuff. We're going to keep the redstone energy conduit with us for the moment. Glass doesn't go in there. Glass goes in here. Cobblestone, you can go in there. Cobblestone transport pipe can go in there. And the levers, which we don't need anymore, can go into the miscellaneous wood products. And the miner's backpack has something in it somehow. Oh, the redstone that I picked up. Put that away. Let's get back to forestry. Now, I made a mistake last episode, and I'm really surprised not too many people caught it. I know FunDevin caught it, because he actually did mention it, but I had to tell him that I made a mistake, and he had to go watch again. So, how many planters and how many harvesters do I have in my inventory? I have 1 planter and 3 harvesters, including a turbary. Doesn't the turbary belong to the peat bog? It does. Like an idiot, I put the farm here, not the turbary. I'm thinking if we put the turbary down, and then we connect our redstone energy conduit here, maybe it won't suck down so much power. Because the farm was sucking down power to try and do what a farm does, and then the peat bog was sucking down power to fix what the farm was doing. And yeah, so might explain a little bit, huh? Now, we are going to need a way to keep this supplied with bog earth, and whoops, no, we don't want that there. We want to keep this supplied with bog earth, and we need to get the peat out of this. Well, we're going to need some pipes for that. So let's go back to the warehouse. Let's get the kitten off of my keyboard. And let's get into my buildcraft chest. Now, for right now, I'm just going to use stone transport pipes for most of this. I am eventually going to need some basic logistics pipes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to need a supplier pipe now. How do I want to do this? Because I'm going to have a power source in order for that to work. We will get to this, I think, next episode. Right now I want to get the basic structure in line. So, let's head back outside. Let's go ahead and attach a buildcraft pipe there. We'll bring this out here. Just like that, and then we'll have it dump into a chest here. Of course I gotta go get the chest. Once again, I would forget my head if it wasn't attached. And we will upgrade this later, but for right now a jungle wood chest should work. It's getting dark, so I'm going to have to deal with that soon. Let's try attaching this now and see how much power this is going to burn in order to work. You can see how fast this thing works when it has a full power supply. And this peat bog is quickly storing up dirt. And it just kind of threw dirt all over the place when I did that. Now it's working. Now it's behaving properly. Alright, so it has finished replacing all of the peat. How much power are we pulling now? Oh, we're still pulling a lot of power. So yeah, I'm not gonna want to run this off a redstone energy cell. We'll use the redstone energy cell in order to get the farms planted, but we're gonna need, I think, a peat-fired engine to actually make them run. So let's pull this off before we waste any more power. And let's go ahead and get our second farm set up. Now, where are we going to set the second farm up? I don't really have enough room here to set them up, do I? Well, actually I do. Let's go back in and get some cobblestone. That should be enough. And let's sleep through the night so I don't get any surprise creeper bombs. You can see I was doing a little bit of measuring for my windmill power. And if you take a look here, you'll see I did finally get a 1 tick average where I caught a pulse coming down from the wind farm. We're losing 1 EU per tick on the energy line coming down. So, pretty efficient. Well, we've got our peat farm here. Let's go ahead and put our farm up. Where are we going to put it? Right here. We're going to have stacked farms. Now, I will actually do... I suppose I probably should get this all done now. This is an idea that I picked up from someone on Galt's Gorge. I can't remember if PromaKid was the first one that did it, or if I saw someone else do it first. But it's a very efficient way of getting farms going. Actually, I think Walmart employee might have done it first. But it's a very efficient way of fitting a lot of farms into a relatively small space. And if you want to be really tricky about it, you don't even need this cobblestone platform that I'm building. You can actually just leave it blank, and it will dump the water down, and you'll actually have farms that are sharing water supplies, and it looks kind of cool. But I don't like the sound of running water in Minecraft constantly bugging me, which is why I have my cactus farm that's built the old-fashioned way over there, so I don't have to listen to it all the time. Alright, and we'll do this. Give me some more cobble. Alright, and now what we need to do is we need to tear out this cobblestone, and farm is going to end up being straight up from here on a level with this. So we want the farm to be placed right here. We'll put a cobblestone block there, and one there, and the combine will be placed right here. We can now tear this out, because we don't want all of that in the way. We don't want all of this nasty stuff here. And what we're going to do here, we'll figure it out later. For right now, what we need to do is we need to get some dirt and some seeds in order to get this planted. So let's get in our dirt chest. We're going to grab 4 stacks of dirt. And in our plants chest, nope, not our plants chest, our seeds chest, 4 stacks of seeds. Realize that was completely unnecessary what I just did there. So let's get in the farm, dump the dirt in there, dump the seeds in there, and put that like that, put that there, flip that, And now our farm should be planting right over there. And it's going to plant right on top of that cobblestone. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a pillar up so we can see what's going on. We'll jump on top of the farm. There we go. You can see it is happily planting for us, and now it's going to start planting seeds. Of course, we're not going to stop here. We still have a tree farm to set up. So, let's get started on that. Four up. We'll put the arboretum here. 1, 2 over. Put the logger here. We'll break that out, fall down. Alright, are we totally planted? We are totally planted. So let's remove the conduit there, the energy cell there. And, oh wow, now we're getting really high up there, huh? We are going to need a way to get up there. Like our jetpack. Which is almost totally empty of power, so we're going to have to go charge him real quick. That's okay. That'll give me a chance to show you. Yep. About 64 million EU. I actually haven't been burning that much lava. So, most of what you're seeing there is coming in from our wind farm. I am kind of curious as to what's sucking down that power, though. Oh, the blast furnace. Blast furnace is sucking down a lot of power. That would do it. Alright, back to the warehouse. Back outside. Let's tear down this. Let's put our jetpack on. And we'll fly up here, tag a piece of cobblestone there, tear all of this out, and tag that, tag that, tag that. We need to get our humus and our saplings to plant. So, let's see here. Saplings. There we go. We're just going to start with oak saplings for right now. Eventually, I will be switching over to rubber tree saplings. But I don't really have enough to do that right now. I only have about a stack. So, not a good time to start that. Let's grab 4 stacks of humus. Back outside. We'll fly up here. Toss those in. Toss the saplings in. We'll drop down. Hello. Come on. There we go. We'll flip that. And this is going to start building in the air for us here. Now, we're not going to be able to just let this float like it is. We're going to have to put in a base for it. Because if we don't, anytime one of these trees turns into, or anytime one of these saplings actually turns into a tree, it's going to drop the sand right on our farm, and that's going to make a mess. So, we can't just let that go. We have to deal with that. Let's drop down. Let's switch to hover mode. And we'll just bang our head up here. Okay, 2 sides done. This is one time when I really wish I already had that gravity suit. Alright, so in order to power these things, we're going to have to come up with a way to handle all of our input and output from this system, and I'm actually going to break the cobblestone that's underneath the farms. I'm going to have them free floating for now. Eventually we will have them being supported by something, so it doesn't look like they're just floating in midair. But for right now, we've accomplished what we needed to do with the farms. We've got ourselves a good amount of peat to get started. Let's tear this up. And it's starting to get dark, so let's go back inside. We'll dump the cobblestone off, the dirt off. The peat, we're going to put in our peat chest because we don't have any peat in the system right now for it to know what to do with it. The extra chest we'll dump in the tool chest here. And I don't need the jetpack at the moment, so, whoops, I do need that. Alright, so, there is something that I am going to need to do in order to get one of the items that I'm eventually really going to want. This Lapratron pack, as awesome as it is not going to last forever. Because eventually I'm going to want to get this grab-a-chest plate. That requires an ultimate lap pack, which requires a lap pack, superconductor, iridium plate, and Lapratrons. Superconductor covers, which requires iridium plates. I'm not ready to do this yet. Just explaining in advance that this Lapratron pack is eventually going to go the way of the Dodo. However, there is something that I want to do now because I'm having to constantly keep an eye on my energy levels, especially for my nano helmet and stuff like that. I want to build a solution for that. That solution is called the Charge-O-Mat from GregTech. It is a GregTech computer cube, some energy flow circuits, a couple chests, a Lapratronic energy orb, and an advanced machine block. So, let's go ahead and try to build one of these real fast. We need 2 data orbs and an advanced machine block. How are we doing on carbon plates? Plenty of those, plenty of alloy. Plenty of refined iron for the moment. That's going to get us our machine block. This is going to get us our advanced machine block. We need 2 energy flow circuits, 2 data orbs, which I think I have a couple of data orbs left over. I do. That and those. I need energy flow circuits, which are 2 advanced circuits, 2 Lapratron crystals, so 4 electronic circuits. Gonna need 12 lapis. I'm gonna need 2 sapphires. I'm gonna need 2 bars of platinum. We'll grab these circuits. I really should just teach my system how to make Lapratrons at this point. Nope. Gotta make the circuits. That'll get us our energy flow circuits. And we need 4 of those computer monitors, which, as I recall, were pretty cheap. Yeah, aluminum, lime, rose, sodalite, glowstone. So let's cook up a little bit of cactus real fast. And we'll grab some sodalites, grab some aluminum, some glass panes, some glowstone. Totally out of rose red? How did that happen? Again, this is going to get me killed one of these days. Oh, I left it in here. There we go. Cactus green combined with bone meal gives you lime. So if we look at this, it's lime, sodalite, rose red, and glowstone. With a glass pane in the middle, and aluminum like that gets you computer monitors, and this gets you the GregTech computer cube that we need. And the charge mat itself is a 4 of those, a Laptronic energy orb, which we'll get first. We're going to need 8, so we need 16 circuits. Eight sapphires, good handful of lapis. Let's pull this down. We don't need that at the moment. Do that with that and that gets us those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 around an iridium plate gets us a Lapatronic energy orb. Which we'll put in here. We're going to need 4 of these energy flow circuits, so we need 4 more Lapatron crystals, which means we need 8 circuits and 4 advanced circuits. We need 4 more sapphires. We should have plenty of lapis still. Put those up like that. That gets us our Lapatrons. We're also going to need 4 bars of platinum. Platinum, Lapatron, advanced. Gets us our energy flow circuits. Those go in the corners. Computer cube goes up top. Lapatronic energy orb goes there. We need an advanced machine block, which is easy. Just like that. Gets us the advanced machine block. And we need 2 chests. One of which we have here, the other of which we will grab here. That's going to get us our 2 chests that we need to combine in here to get ourselves a Charge-O-Mat. Where are we going to put the Charge-O-Mat? Haven't really decided yet. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to put it right off of this energy line here. But I'm not exactly sure how I want it to go in yet, because this is only coming off of a low voltage. Well, I mean medium voltage. Not low voltage, but yeah, this is off of a medium voltage line, and I don't really want it to be off a medium voltage line. I want it to be off high voltage. So I haven't really decided yet. I might put another transformer upgrade in each one of these electric furnaces in order to bring these up to high voltage. That way I don't have to have the transformer here and I can just run it straight down through. But we'll figure that out next episode, I think. I'm at the 40-minute mark, so I think this is a good place to call it. We'll get the charge mat set up next episode. This has been Nightdagger with episode 24 of Let's Play Modded Minecraft. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I will catch you sometime tomorrow with episode 25. See you then.